Here we are again in Sandra and Steve
Life After Stroke
Talk Show. This afternoon we're going to talk about paranoia post-stroke. So stay tuned. Tell me, Steve, when you had a stroke, something happened to your life. You're paralyzed on your left-hand side, and you have this feeling that people are staring at you, don't you, when you go out, Steve?
Yeah,
A feeling that they're making comments of you and you're walking and all that,
Yeah.
And although it may not be true, but the feeling feels so real, isn't it?
Definitely.
So it's really a form of paranoia in some sort. Can you describe that to us, Steve?
Even now, Sandra, I get it. When I used to go out for walks every day, right, I feel like it's only like small walks with I feel like everybody's looking through the curtains at me, laughing at me,
laughing at you.
Yeah.
Like mocking you.
Yeah. I'm thinking that everybody in my street is looking at the same time. Look at that bloke there trying to walk, and
and do you feel sorry of yourself, Steve? Because
it's so real to me. It's real, Sandra.
It's real.
It's real. You know what I mean? That is real. People laughing at you. People, everybody. You're walking down the street, because I'm walking different. I'm thinking people looking at the curtains. I tell you what I do even now. When I see somebody walking towards me, I stop, pretend I'm on my phone, and wait till they walk past. You know what I mean?
Is it because, Steve? Because
I think they're making eye contact with me.
Yeah. I know what you mean, because you become a different person, isn't it? Before you walk, no problem. You can even run. You can jump, and then now you're limping, and you cannot move your arm properly. So you feel like is it something like you lost your self-esteem and your confidence in yourself?
I think
in front of people.
I think, if I was being truthful here, I think you've had a brain damage, haven't you? A stroke. I've had brain damage.
Of course, yeah.
Right, and I think a little bit of your brain. What part of the brain is making you think that? Because I know when I come into my house, I know that everybody in the street is not looking at me. I know that. But when I'm outside there experiencing it, they are looking at me, Sandro. They are.
Yeah,
you can tell me till I'm blue in the face. They're not.
I think Steve, don't get me wrong, Steve. Like, if you're limping, if you're not walking properly, obviously people will look at you. Let's say all of a sudden I'm in a mall, for example, and then I'm strolling around the mall, and all of a sudden this one person walk in front of me, and limping. Of course, it will catch my attention, because it's not normal. The normal is you walk properly, isn't it?
Yeah. But if I'm in,
and to me, people normally look at what is strange. If somebody wears a very colorful costume with a very weird hairdo and or maybe a mascot, people look at that, don't they? Because it's not normal. It's not a day-to-day occurrence. So people look at that. Same as when you have a stroke, when you walk, when you limp, people look at you. But it does not necessarily mean that they mock you.
I'm thinking, Sandra, when I walk down the street, everybody in the houses are all looking out the window at the same time, staring at me. So it makes me shake. The left-hand side is completely gone, Sandro. It shakes. And I'm getting worse. You know what I mean?
So it's a paranoia. It's a paranoia.
People know about a stroke. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You think everybody's got up from the sofas. They're not watching TV anymore. They are looking out the window.
Yeah, they're staring at you.
Not saying they're laughing at me, but everybody's watching it. So you're thinking that, and you're getting worse.
Yeah, and to you, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Until I get back into my house and sit down and thinking, well, it's not real.
It's not real.
But when you're outside,
when you are actually in the situation, it feels real. Yeah.
And when I'm filling petrol up, I'm thinking everybody in the cars are looking at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's understandable. Steve. It's but the thing is, we ask the question again: how do we overcome it? People out there who have similar experience as Steve, you probably have some sort of paranoia similar to what Steve had experienced. What did you do? How did you overcome it?
Yeah, there'd be definite. This is one close to me. Because I say 4 years now, and I'm still getting it.
Yeah. So
if me and you walked out here now and walked to that pub, people can't see it, I would be thinking everybody's in these cars, and Sandra, you're looking around there. There's nobody in the cars, probably about 1 or 2 people. But I would think that people are looking at me from. There's nobody even in the car, so it affects you walking. and your hand, your spasticity in your left side gets worse. My hand will go up like that. People sitting there, and you get worse.
But somehow there's a way to overcome that.
Well, my way to because it's don't do it.
Yeah, like myself. If I don't have a stroke, but if I am in that situation, it's I'll probably just ignore it.
Yeah, that's easy to say.
Yeah, but they're looking at me, but I don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
you become a little bit careless about what people think.
I've tried that approach. It doesn't work. Thinking
it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. No, this is paranoia. I think people with a stroke will know what I'm talking about, Sanjay, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy. Somebody said, you see on people now, people with depression. Depression can lead to people, commit suicide. People say, snap out of it. You can't snap out of depression. It's saying with paranoia. You can't just snap out of it.
I think overly conscious of how you are, as a result of your stroke, overly conscious, and I know it's easier said than done, but
do you think, Sanjay, people like myself who's been, I'm 51 now, so I had 47 years of being not disabled. I'm disabled late in life, so my function, my brain doesn't know how to cope
I think
with
that's
it.
pretty much the same as stage fright, Steve. Some people are able to talk in front of a crowd of people and they have no problem at all whatsoever. They have no stage fright at all. But there are some people who are actually frightened when they speak in front of a group of people. They're frightened. They shake and they sweat and
So imagine just
like that.
So imagine somebody with a stroke who's got left side or right side, spasticity.
Yeah.
Imagine them doing that, Sanjay. They would collapse.
When you have a disability and you cannot accept it, and especially if you think that people cannot accept what happened to you, and you'll be frightened on how you will be accepted. Because people don't like rejection. We don't like to be rejected, and especially by a crowd of people. If you're standing in a crowd of people, you're being judged by your disability. It's scary.
But I know you mean saying that. Like if you're out somewhere and 100 people are about, there's probably about 5 or 6 people. They are actually looking at you. It's something different. But
people really do look at you, Steve.
Right,
I don't have a stroke. When somebody walk in front of me, limping, I normally look. But it doesn't mean that I judge them for what they are. It doesn't mean that I mock them.
No, but when
they need help, I probably will help them. Let's say if they need help with a curb or the door or whatever.
But that person's not thinking like that, Sanjay. They're thinking everybody's looking at them, not just yourself. And you know what I mean? It might be 100 people. You might get 10 people looking at them, but there were 18, 19 not looking at them. But you think everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, but like any fright, because we classify this type of paranoia as fright. You're frightened. You're frightened because you're being looked at, you're being judged. And you're being stared at. Any form of fright can be actually overcome.
And it's worse. Sometimes when you get paranoid, it goes. It 9 out of 10 times for me goes into a slight panic attack. That's even worse.
So that's escalating.
So
the problem is escalating. So you can either escalate the problem, or you can de-escalate it. You can bring it back.
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes, Steve, it's just a mindset, isn't it? If I think of something like that, once in a while I speak in a group of people, like a crowd, for example.
Now you go back.
And then when I talk to them, sometimes I feel frightened, because I'm being looked at, I'm being judged, or make a mistake. Maybe they say I'm stupid, blah blah blah. But actually, if I think that way, I can actually switch into thinking something different. I don't care what they say. I don't care at all. If I make a mistake, I don't care. If I think that way, actually, I feel better.
If somebody on here tomorrow said to me, come down and do a talk in front of 1,000 people with strokes, I would be there tomorrow, so that won't affect me.
It won't affect you?
No, because people on that panel, or 1,000 people, they're all like me.
But how about people with a stroke, without disability?
If they come for my talk, no problem at all. No problem at all.
So you don't have stage fright?
No. I used to. No. That's not. Yeah. That's not the same thing.
You have a paranoia.
Paranoid about going outside and doing it. If I was in a room, my own comforts, getting up the stage, I got no problem doing that.
So what about what's in being looked at? what's in being looked at that you're worried?
If everybody knew that, Sandra, there wouldn't be no paranoid, would there? There'd be a big cure.
What's the fuss? What's the fuss about being looked at? Like in fact, some people even make themselves really attractive. Girls, they wear the makeup, make their hair really nice. And then they wear some really nice revealing clothes so that people will stare at them. They like it when they're being stared at. So what's in being stared at? Why? What's wrong with it?
But when you got paranoid, Sandro, you're just thinking that particular time.
I'm thinking of.
If I went out there thinking,
I'm finding a way, to think of the situation differently.
Yeah, but
not just, So what about if they look at me?
Yeah, but I know.
Why do I care?
When you
why do I care if the people look at me when I walk, when I limp? I don't care.
When we both analyse it here now, when we're speaking about it, I'm thinking you're right. When you're actually going through paranoia yourself, you're not right.
Yeah, but what this is the way to resolve paranoia.
There ain't no way.
Think about the other person,
Yeah.
What about, why do I care what they think,
When I look now, I think...
Why you care what... When everybody look at you, open the window and look at you, oh, he's limping, why do you care about that?
Just something happens in yourself when you're actually going through it. I've had every tablet, been on 5-6 tablets for it.
Yeah, sometimes,
You know what I mean?
If you think on the other side, think about the other side, the person looking at you, and that person look at you for a reason, because you're limping, you're not walking normally. Of course they look at you.
Oh yes.
But what about it? Why do you care what the other person is thinking?
There's 4 people over there now. Now I can think, no, I don't care. But once you get out there, you're in the open air.
That these are negative thoughts, Steve. You can either succumb to them, you can either follow them through, follow their dictates, or you can go against it.
Tell what.
So you make a choice. You're
doing the perfect on paper. It sounds brilliant on paper, that Sandro. I'll give you top marks.
In
real life.
Yeah, Steve. When I was a teenager, I don't like how I look.
Yeah.
And it reduces my confidence. But as I get older, I don't care anymore.
Yes,
I don't care anymore.
I think maybe
I overcome it. And I'm not happy how I look in front of people for some reasons, and most teenagers are like that.
But obviously you now think differently, don't you?
But I've overcome that. I now don't care what people really think. It's none of my business what they think.
I'm looking at
what's important to me is what I think of myself.
Now I don't care sitting here with you now what anyone thinks of me out there, but paranoia, in my personal experience, it's not until I go out there there's suddenly something in your brain clicks and suddenly everyone's looking at you.
Yeah, or maybe a different kind of paranoia where you're thinking that somebody's going to harm you.
No,
or
never.
To hurt you.
No, never think that.
Or somebody is going to ridicule you.
I'm thinking everyone
criticize you.
No, never.
Like when I talk in front of people, Steve, when I give a talk, for example, my major worry is, what if they criticize what I say? What if they don't agree with me? And I'm worried about rejection, But once I started not to care about what they say and what they think,
it's like
I actually perform better.
It's like
I actually feel better.
It's like if somebody said to us, like I said to you a minute ago, somebody said to us both, come and do a talk about life after stroke tomorrow. I'll come down there with you and do it. There's no.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, tell us what you think.
So this could go on forever, really.
So people out there, if you listen to this discussion we got,
please make a comment on the page. I'll get
tell us what you think about paranoia, fright, or just overly conscious about how you look.
Is paranoia still a taboo subject for people?
Yeah, it can be.
People don't talk about it.
Yeah.
People, when you say about paranoia, think, he's gone mad.
Okay, let us hear what you think. Okay, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again next time.